Good morning, students. Last class we discussed about properties of bases. So remaining some properties is there. Now we discuss about remaining properties of bases. The first one is bases action with ammonium salts. Our properties bases action with ammonium salts. What happens? Bases react with the ammonium salts. Here, whenever ammonium salts react with the bases, bases anyone you take, sodium hydroxide, to form salt plus water plus ammonium. Here also ammonium salt. This is ammonium salt base. Base react with ammonium salts to form salt, water and ammonia molecule. Is it equation balance or not? Check it. Here sodium 1, here sodium 1. Chlorine here 1, here 1. Nitrogen 1, nitrogen 1. Hydrogen, oxygen already balanced. This is balanced equation. Now another example we have to take. Ammonium chloride react with potassium hydroxide, then to form potassium chloride plus water plus NH3 ammonia. Ammonium chloride react with calcium hydroxide to form calcium chloride plus H2O plus NH3. Here also we get same results. Whenever ammonium chloride react with calcium hydroxide to form salt, water and finally we get ammonia molecule. Next another example we can take. What is the name of compound? Ammonium sulfate. Ammonium sulfate. This ammonium sulfate react with the base to form salt, water and ammonia molecule. Na2SO4 plus H2O plus NH3. Now check it here. Sodium is balanced or not? Check it. Here one sodium, here two sodiums. That's why one sodium becomes 2. What is the suitable number in front of base? 2. Now check it here. Nitrogen how many is there? Here 1, here 2 nitrogens. That's why 1 becomes 2. What is the suitable number in front of ammonia? 2. Now balance the hydrogens. Here 8, 10 hydrogens, but here 6, 2. So now in front of 1. Now equation is balanced. Next, ammonium sulfate react with calcium hydroxide to form calcium sulfate plus H2O plus NH3. Now balance the equation. Here hydrogen 10, this side 10. All is balanced. Here, bases action with the ammonium salts. All ammonium salts react with the bases to form salt, water, and liberation of ammonia molecule. Next, another one. Bases action with the salts. These salts are soluble. What happens? Bases react with the salts. Suppose you can take. What is the name of this compound? Iron chloride. React with the base. Sodium hydroxide is a base. To form salt and base again. We get same results. NaCl plus iron hydroxide. This is insoluble. Here what manner? Salt react with the base to form salt and base. These bases are insoluble. Now here is equation balance or not checking. Here how many chlorines is there? 3 is there. But here how many is there? 1. 1 becomes to 3. What is the soluble number? 3. Now sodium how many is there here? 3. But here how many is there? 1. 1 becomes to 3. What is the soluble number in front of base? 3. Now equation is balanced. Next, copper sulfate react with potassium hydroxide. What you get result? We get same result or not? We have to check it. So whenever copper sulfate react with the base to form salt and insoluble bases, copper hydroxide is insoluble. Is equation balanced or not? Check it. Here, how many potassium is there? 2. But here, how many is there? 1. 1 becomes to 2. What is the soluble number? 2. Now, balance. Next step, again. Zinc sulfate react with sodium hydroxide base. What happens? We get same results. Salt and base. Is equation is balanced? No. Now here 2 sodiums, here 1 sodium. 1 sodium becomes to 2. What is the soluble number? 2. So this is bases action with the salts. Finally we get here, whenever salts react with the base, you get salt and the bases. These bases are insoluble in water. Next, last property of bases. Bases action with the metals. This is the very important topic. Now here, what happens? Bases react with the metals by taking activity. What is our aim? To show that bases react with the metals. Next, materials required. One circle, I draw a picture. Now one by observe materials required. First one is stand. Number 2, test tube. This one is Bilberry tube. This bronze is zinc metal. This is a base solution, suppose sodium hydroxide solution. This is soap solution. This one is burning matchstick. What are the materials required? Stand, test tube, dilute tube, zinc metal, sodium hydroxide solution, soap solution, burning matchstick. Now procedure. One by one, I will explain it. Point number 1. Take a small test tube. Point number 2. Add a few grams of zinc metal. Point number 3. Pour some amount of sodium hydroxide solution. Point number 4. Test tube mouth closed with rubber cork. Fifth point. This test tube hold with help of the stand. The next point. One end of the dilute tube keep inside of the test tube. Second end of the dilute tube keep inside of the soap solution. Then, after few minutes, what you observe? Is there any changes near the gas evolved in the process? Near the chemical reaction occur in this process. Write the balance equation above the process. Once again I repeat procedure. First A, to show that bases react with the metals, materials required stand, test tube, dilute tube, zinc metals, sodium hydroxide solution, soap solution, burning matchstick. Then procedure. Point number 1, take a small test tube and then added few grams of zinc metal. Again added some amount of sodium hydroxide solution. So this test tube mouth closed with the cork. Then this test tube to hold with the help of the stand. Now take one dilute tube. One end of the dilute tube keep inside of the test tube. Another end of the dilute tube keep inside of the soap solution. Now questions is there? Is there any changes? Yes. Is there changes? What changes we observe? When we observe zinc metal react with the sodium hydroxide to liberate the gas. Name the gas liberated in the above process, hydrogen gas. Example, write the balanced equation. Now check the equation. Sodium hydroxide react with the zinc metal to form sodium zincate. What is this name of compound? Sodium the liberation of H2 gas. Here name the gas evolution process H2 gas. How you can identify the liberation of H2 gas? So here what happened to this one? The soap bubbles. These soap bubbles containing hydrogen gas. So when you take burning matchstick, keep the near bubbles, it glowing brightly to give pop sound. Yes, the above activity, I conclude that liberation of H2 gas. Suppose when we take instead of sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, then what you get? Same results or not? So we are taking instead of sodium hydroxide, we are taking potassium hydroxide. But metal is same. Is we get same results or not? We can check it. Yes, we get same results. But here compound will be changed, but gases will get same results. Potassium zincate plus H2O. Next, another one. Sodium hydroxide react with water plus aluminum. We get same result or not? We can check it. We get sodium aluminate plus H2 gas. Now equation is balanced or not? Check it. Equation is balanced or not. Here 2 2s are here, 2 is there, here 4. And now balance the equation. So here sodium hydroxide react with water as well as aluminum, we get sodium aluminate and liberation of H2 gas. Here also same gas we get. How you can identify the liberation of H2 gas? By taking burning matchstick, keep the near test tube mouth or bubbles near, we get pop sound, it glows brightly. Yes, the above activity liberation of H2 gas. So thank you. Next class we discuss.